geometry and algebra kiddos. Today we're going to be talking about what is a prism. So a lot of people think of prism and they think of like the shiny reflection on the wall, but a prism in geometry is, this is the Miss Brown version, you can Google it and get a different definition, but I'm just going to kind of put what I think of. It is a 3D object. It has two polygon bases, and remember polygons are just those shapes with straight edges that are connected, so like square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, so forth. And the two bases, the bases are connected by either parallelograms or rectangles. For our purposes, we're going to be using rectangles. However, it is true that you can connect a prism with parallelograms, but I'm just going to put bases are connected with rectangles. Because that, for the purpose of this class, that's all we're going to use. So there's different types of prisms, and we name them by the shape of their base. So I tried to draw these. They're on your notes. Sorry, this is why I use a projector. But the first one, this is known as a cube. A cube has all square sides. So you might make a note, all square sides, and that's a cube. This one, since the base, and we'll go ahead and color it says to, on your directions, it says to label the shape of the bases, shade in the base with your favorite color, and highlight one of the heights with your second favorite color. Because in order to do anything with a prism, you have to be able to identify the base and the height of the prism. I don't really have favorite colors, so I'm just going to use green to shade in the base and pink to highlight the height. Keep in mind there's multiple bases and there's multiple heights. So the base is just the shape that is connected by the rectangles, which in this case, any of these sides could be the base. And then here's what connects my two congruent polygons. So that's my height. And it's called a cube. This one, the base has to be a triangle because that's the polygon that's connected by the rectangles. So I'm going to color in my base green. And then the height is any of the sides that connect the two triangles. So right here is where I'm going to highlight the height. You could have highlighted this line or this line. Any line that connects your two bases is a height. And that's known as a triangular prism. And that's because the bases are triangles. So triangular prism. And just in case my drawing is like that bad, here's an example. I like to keep my chocolate chips in it. This one, the base, you can't really see on the notes either, but I have one right here. I keep my M&Ms in it. One fell out. It has a pentagon base, so it's known as a pentagonal prism. So pentagonal prism. And the base is a pentagon because that's the polygon that's connected by the rectangles. And then any of the lines that connect the two pentagons can be a height. So right here's the height that I'm going to highlight. Last one that I'm going to do as an example with you guys is this prism. I use it to hold my son's blue Legos, and I did a terrible job drawing it. You can look at your notes. but the base is a hexagon, so we call it a hexagonal prism. So hexagonal prism. And I'm going to color my base green, and it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to do the top one because it looks more like a hexagon. Sorry for my poor drawing skills. And then any of the lines that connect the two hexagons is a height. So basically kind of the key of this is to understand that the bases are the two polygons, and then the heights are one of the lengths of the rectangles that connect the two polygons that are congruent. On your notes, the other ones, I am not drawing them, but just that way you know, the next one, because it has 7 sides as its base, is called a hexagonal prism. The next one is an octagonal prism. The next one, it has an interesting name. It's an enneagonal prism. So that's spelled E-N-N-E-A-G-O-N-A-L prism. Enneagonal prism. It has 9. Ooh, spelled enneagonal, but not prism right. It has 9. It's a nonagon for its base. Then you have a decagonal prism. So your assignment is to go on a scavenger hunt and find each type of these prisms in the real world. And I did one of them for you, and then you just copy and pasted it into the Google Docs and share it with me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also for these down here, please let me know if you have any problems shading in the base or highlighting a height. Keep in mind there's more than one correct answer, like both of these are bases, that's a height, that's a height, that's a height. The bases are the polygons that are not rectangles. There's special cases like cubes and actually rectangular prisms. And then your heights are the sides that connect the two polygons. I hope this is helpful, and have a